Guys, here we are. Gonna start off the morning right here on Highway 11. Haven't done much fishing here yet this year. We're gonna start off here this morning. Let's see what kind of action we can get into. Nice fish. Oh yeah. That's a long baby. Throwing that shrimp Creole today. We've been getting running into a lot of birds diving on shrimp. Before we come try, put on the old trusty shrimp Creole. This has been our bread and butter for many years here at Matrix Shad. Water's gotten really clean here of late, and these trout are beautiful. Using fluorocarbon today with that super clean water. We got our Matrix Fluoro. That's what you need to fake out these big mule trout like this right here. He don't like this lure in his mouth. Check this out, guys. We got something new we're working on here at matrixshad.com. A new little shrimp. This thing's really cool. Casted it in the water yesterday for the first time. Totally love the swimming action of it. This is a little shrimp bodied lure that can hold a jig head very well. It's just made for a jig head with that blunt head, kind of like a Matrix has, and it's got a double curly tail. This thing looks really nice in the water. A lot of shrimp imitations are just not well fished on jig heads, and we do a lot of jig head fishing out here. And this shrimp here does swim very nicely on a jig head when it's free falling back to the bottom. And we took it to a place that has big trout. And if you can catch these big trout in this clean water on it, you got yourself a winner. Okay. I'll tell you what, these big trout, when they come up and they shaking that head like that, they do not want that lure in their mouth. They might think they want it to begin with, but once he feels that hook, the way them big trout shake that head is just one beautiful sight. Look what he's got choked down in there. Our new little shrimp, which you're gonna need help naming this. I'm gonna pick out a few colors in this, and we're gonna have this in a 3-inch and a 4-inch model. And this thing that little double tail swims so nice. I was really impressed with this shrimp when I put it in the water. That's what we always do here at Matrix Shad. Whenever we build a new product, before we mass produce it, we come put it on the water. You know, there's a lot of companies out there that just make things, and it might look good on paper, but just like a ball team, just because they look good on paper don't mean they perform well on the field. And just like some of these lures, you got to put it in the water, put it in action, see if these big trout like it. If you can fake these dudes out, you're on to something.
Alright guys, we're out here, we're testing out the new shrimp imitation for the Matrix Shad. It's a little double tail imitation, as you can see. Chaz is using the smaller one. I got the bigger one on right now. It looks just like a shrimp swimming in the water. We're picking out some big fish right now. They like this. It looks really good. You'll see the video of it just swimming in the water. Looks like a real shrimp. It's fooling these big guys, so we'll see if that keeps going.
All right, so now we just made a move. Got a call from Captain Chris and some other friends that some birds were working and they had some shrimping in the area close. You know, we're over here by the Seabrook UNO Airport. You can see some of the planes in the background. And sure enough, get here, see some birds hovering, throw right there, let it go to the bottom, and bam. So let's see what this is about. I hadn't fished the Seabrook area in a long time. We're gonna mosey around here and see what's going on. All right, so we're bird fishing right now, but the birds are gone. Right when we pulled up, they were swooping down. Now they're gone. Lake Pontchartrain bird fishing is a little bit unique. Not really what most anglers are used to here in Louisiana. You missed one, Mr. Cameraman. But when they do leave, you just let that bait go all the way to the bottom. We're just jigging it on a 3/8, and they're here. They're here. Fish on, fish on. Good fish, good fish. It's kind of crazy as we're just like fishing out in the middle of nowhere. It's like these shrimp are kind of tucked in, trapped in this little pocket between the airport wall. You know, if I wouldn't have seen a bird swoop down on the water, I would have never even thought to stop and fish this far out in Never Never Land. But that's what you got to look for this time of year. You just got to be observant. John's back fishing with the bigger new prototype shrimp. Trying to think of a name for it, kind of thinking maybe the Matrix twin tail shrimp, as it's basically a, you know, it's a double tail. It's a double tail lure with a shrimp body, so maybe the twin tail. But I've been extremely impressed with this bait today. Extremely impressed. You'll be able to do a lot of things with this. I think you could troll with it as it has great streamline action on just a retrieve. You're gonna be able to put it under a cork, and obviously we're catching them jigging with it too. Sorry, John. He tried to rip the pole off. I about killed my buddy on that hook set. Oh, and I just missed him. He's got one now too. About hit him in the head with my hook set. Missed him, dropped it right back in the water. Got hit, reeled mine to the surface, missed him. Now John's got one. They just must have a tremendous amount of white shrimp out this way, packed in this little area right here. So obviously shrimp imitation style lures are going to be perfect. Oh my goodness, that lure was falling back to the bottom. They just can't stand this thing, y'all. You pop it, you let it fall back to the bottom with the natural gravity of a jig head. That double tail just gets to falling and moving, wiggling. It's nasty. This little thing is nasty. Fish on. We on them now, y'all. We on them now. Started off fishing big trout, very delicately, don't make any noise, make long casts. Now we're on nice trout, but these things are, you could catch these 2 at a time if you wanted to. Put on a double rig or something. Look at that, 2 at a time, like I said. 2 at a time. Yeah, baby. We about to load up this box. Nastiness, Johnny boy.
Right by my work. He's pretty big.
What is that? You know, we had to make a few more casts. I put on the 4-inch, put it on our 4/0 heavy wire bullseye hook. That fits that bigger one a little better. It's a bad dude, this new shrimp right here. Come on in, buddy. All right. I hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. This was a blast. I'm super excited about this new shrimp that we're gonna be making here. We're gonna be putting these in your monthly Matrix bait box. Do not miss out on this bait box. You wanna get your hands on some of these so you can catch some of these. On the ride over here, after we caught the big ones this morning, I was so impressed with it, I put the go order in on it, and we're gonna do them in a small version, which is what I use today. And then we're also gonna do it in the bigger one, which John used today. So you guys can come out here, use them, and get your hands filling the box on these silver wonders like this right here. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all our DockSide TV episodes. Come check out the Seabrook area. Very neglected area nowadays since the Mississauga's been closed, but it does hold fish, especially in the winter. And until next time, guys, good fishing.